Welcome to today's program. We're going to be looking at how we make a python pillow. This is an invention I made quite some time ago. It is a travel pillow, but it's also a blanket and a towel. So it's called a python pillow because it looks like a python, and you're able to make your own. So let's have a look at that. I'll just show you first my very first prototype that I made, which is this one here. It's made of several pieces all joined together, and the reason I am showing you is to say what worked and what didn't work in this first one. This one here, my very first one that I made, is very narrow, and if you want it to be a blanket, it's probably a little bit too narrow, so that's why this next one is much bigger. Also, I've got some curved corners. I recommend that you don't make curved corners, have them straight. And but what is good about this particular one is it's very soft microfiber, very soft indeed. Now let's have a look at the python pillow opened up. Now essentially it's just one great big piece of material like a towel, but there are a few important differences. Now you could make this out of cotton, but I wouldn't recommend that because cotton isn't as soft, it doesn't wick away moisture, and it's quite a bit heavier than this microfiber. So I'd recommend that you get microfiber. This particular microfiber, bright blue, may not be your sort of colour. One of the two most important, popular colours for pillows, travel pillows, by all sorts of companies around the world, is lavender and charcoal. So those two are pretty safe. This particular colour was because there was an abundance of that particular microfiber locally when I started to make these. Now, you don't have to have a lot of high-level skills to make this. You can either sew it by hand or you can do it on a machine. Now, the first thing is probably the size. So I would recommend size being, this is 1350 centimetres long, and it should be about 85 centimetres wide. Now the first thing is you'll notice that the edges have got a bit of binding on them, a bit of bias, but if you don't decide to do that, then you could just make sure there's a little bit of a hem so it doesn't come undone. It's important to have nice strong corners on them, and if we go around to the face, let's have a look at the face. This little tag here, this one just here, isn't just a decorative funny sort of thing for the tongue, it's also used to hang it up if you want to dry it, just hang it up anywhere. Now I've left off underneath the mouth of it, it doesn't have the satin on there, which satin would normally go under there to make it look more attractive, but I've taken away that so you can see how the eyes go on. So you can buy these type of eyes almost at any craft store, and it's simply a matter of you push these eyes through and there's a little sort of lug on the other side and that gets attached. So they're pretty easy to put in. I'd recommend these yellow ones because they can go with almost any colour. And on the other side, push these down, but then I'd still recommend covering that up so then little children don't get hold of it and ingest these eyes. And that's also why I recommend don't have stick-on eyes because people could eat them. So what we have on this side is essentially just one kind of big sort of blanket or towel with the eyes on one corner. Now, opening it up on the other side, what we have is this. I have normally on my manufactured ones, there's a little tag here that says open this way, and it says the materials that this is made from. And so that helps you if you decide to put that on or write it on with a felt pen. It reminds you which corner to fold it in. Now, what you'll also notice is on one end, on this end up here, there's Velcro, and on this end here, which is where the mouth is, and that's covered in satin or a similar material, we'd also have Velcro there, and that's to attach the head onto the body when it's all curled up. And on this corner over through here, way on this other end, opposite where the face is, there's another bit of Velcro, and that's also to attach itself. But what you notice is a pocket that's way down here. Now, it's important that you have this pocket, because if you don't have it, it's not going to, the towel and pillow is not going to bulk up in one particular section. And we want that bulky section to be where you put it underneath your chin or at the side of the head. So that's really important. I've found the ideal dimensions for that is around about 43 to 45 centimetres is ideal. That gives you the bulk where you want it. Once again, it's very, very soft. But inside the pocket, to have a bit of Velcro, because when you put gear in there, you don't want on the plane, and because you might decide that this is going to be your towel and you have it in front of you and all your gear is in that big pocket, you don't want the pocket to fall open. So that just helps you put your gear in there. Okay, so a bit of Velcro, you can either have it stuck down or you can sew it in there. So let's have a look at that again. It's very, very simple. I've just given you the dimensions. It's a matter of sewing the edges so it doesn't unfurl, putting the eyes in, putting that little tag in as well. That's not a big deal. It's pretty simple, isn't it? So there shouldn't be any problems with you making your own python pillow. And anyway, I give you permission to go and reproduce it, manufacture it in big numbers or just for yourself, all that's fine. So have fun.